GarageBand Weekly, GarageBand Weekly, GarageBand Weekly. Need an answer to your question? John, he'll have a suggestion. He's a fountain of all knowledge. I think he might have gone to GarageBand College. What he doesn't know, we'll try and find out. So join the chat and give him a shout. Hey, John. Hey, John. GarageBand Weekly.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome into GarageBand Weekly, your weekly dose of all things Apple, GarageBand, Logic Pro, holiday season, tech news, or AI, you name it, we talk about it here on the show. And we're brought to you by me. I am self-sponsored. If you go to studiolivetoday.com/GarageBand, you'll find my GarageBand FAQ. It's got all the answers to all the questions that you could ever have about GarageBand. It's also got links into all the tutorials that I've done here on the channel, more than 1,000 of them over the last 10 years. Yeah, it's been a lot, but there's a lot of information. So if you are in the market for GarageBand knowledge, it is all there. It is all free. Free with ads if you're not YouTube Premium, but you can check out everything for free over at studiolivetoday.com/GarageBand, as our wonderful moderator Thomas Christ has put right here in the chat. Hello to everyone. Hello to the folks who are here live. We've got Studio 6+1. We've got Mark Bro, Professor Boomer, Dave Bop is here. Hello to you. G'day to Al Davis Music. If you've got any questions throughout the show, all you need to do is put a big Q in front of your comment. That will just flag it to me that it's a question, and we will be able to answer. We will attempt to answer any questions that you may have. I'm a little behind the times here at the moment because I haven't even put I'm frantically putting the links out here on Facebook as we go. So GarageBand Weekly is now. There you go. If you're not here, you'll get the post and then you'll be here. Hello to Jade Star as well. I hope everyone's having a wonderful week and doing okay in the world at the moment. There's always things, isn't there? But we're going to talk about news and notes in a minute, and then we're going to dive in. I've changed things up. The Christmas song I was doing, I will still do behind the scenes and keep working on, but I didn't feel like doing the sort of song that I was creating today. So I discovered today all the lyrics to the song Jingle Bells. I'm preparing for my Christmas happy hour that I'll be doing in around about 5 days' time. And I was like, I've never known any more than the first verse of... Hands up who knows any more of the verses of Jingle Bells. We all know the dashing through the snow in a one-horse open, blah, 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 blah. But do you know the next three? I didn't either. So I'm going to play and record and my acoustic version of Jingle Bells so that I can learn it, and maybe we can play around with it a little bit in GarageBand, just for a little bit of fun. We'll see what we can do with maybe some virtual instruments adding to the fun. So we can play with things like the chords track, and we can set the tempo, and we can just do a very basic, simple thing, because that's kind of what I feel like at the moment. It got upsot. Yes, see, Professor Boomer knows. If you know, you know. If you know, you hit that point. There's two things that make me chuckle. Fanny, because Fanny's just a funny name. Whether you're in the US where it means your backside, or whether you're in the UK or Australia where it means something very different, well, something similar but different. Yeah, Fanny, and then upsot. And that's the thing. I must have heard, surely, and I said that to my wife. I says, have you heard these? And she's like, surely I would have. And then I started telling her stuff, and it's like, no, maybe not. So yeah, so I thought that would be just something a bit random and fun. My Aunt Fanny, yes. How many times can I say the word Fanny in the next show, in the next 55 minutes? We'll see how we go. But first, we've got some news and notes to chat about. There's quite a bit going on in the world of Apple. They've just released iOS and iPadOS 26.2, and unlike in the past where I've said, don't update, this time around, I'm going to say, do update, because we're now at the point where at the .2 release, if you're still on the 18s, and the reason you know that this is real and serious is that I've recommended my wife to update, and I'll be updating my children on the weekend as well, because we're now at the point where the bugs have been ironed out, everything's pretty stable, most things are working correctly, and 26.2 now actually does have some critical security improvements and fixes. So especially if you're on an iPhone, certain models of iPhone in particular, as usual, it's WebKit's fault. And as you probably are aware, or if you're not, I'll let you know about it. As you might be aware, WebKit is the... Wow, that was uninteresting. That was unintended. Can we undo that? Lock your scenes, people. Lock your scenes. See, there's bugs in the machine already. As you may know, WebKit is what runs Safari, but it also runs any other browser. So if you install, you're like, oh, I'll get around this. I'll install Opera. I'll install Chrome. I'll install, what's that? What taxi browser that we used to use? Taxi cab browser, whatever it was. I'll just use them. Then I'm not using Apple stuff. Well, guess what? They're all based on WebKit. So you need to tie into WebKit. So anything you're doing, even like when you go on Facebook or Instagram and it goes into a browser type engine, when you're buying that 3 a.m. knick-knack for $20 that you know you won't need and you wake up regretting the next day. Yeah, all those things. So I say all that to say there's leaks in these browsers. WebKit has these leaks where people can actually use them to basically get into your system and steal your stuff. And you don't want that. So it is, unlike previously where I've said, don't update unless, if you're in the middle of a big project, don't update. I'd still say that, be careful. And look, these WebKit things, you have to go to a particular website, you have to have the vulnerable iOS installed, and then you have to do some things. And yeah, so it's not like someone will just jump into your system if you're an absolute nobody, but it does mean that you are vulnerable. So do update if you can. Yes. Yeah, all web integration of any app on macOS and iOS and everything. It's all WebKit. It's unfortunate because it means that it's that one single point of failure that can cause you problems. Before we get to the next one, speaking of which, I got my shirt in the mail. Looks mint. A mug coming tomorrow, seems. Excellent. So yeah, I sent Thomas Christ an early Christmas present. His Studio Live Today t-shirt was looking a little faded. It was looking a little worse for wear. He needs to look schmick in a brand new Studio Live Today t-shirt. So if you want to look as schmick as Thomas Christ, you can check out the merch store, studiolivetoday.com/merch. iPadOS 26.3 beta is now available. I won't be checking this out because it doesn't really have much. It doesn't have a whole lot new, no major new features. It's really just, again, more stability and more bug fixes, which are always good. I'm always down with that. So again, if you're super conservative and you're like 0.2, I'm not updating at 0.2, you can continue waiting and update to the 0.3 once that's out there. Yes, this is a good point from Mark. On the other hand, you only have one. Exactly right. It's like the difference between like a modern car and an old car. Like an old car, it's like, oh, we just got the carburetor's dodgy. All right, we'll fix the carburetor or we'll change out the carburetor. And now you open the bonnet of a modern car and it's like, I've got no idea what's connected to what. Not that I ever did before, but people that know about cars tell me that that's the difference between old cars and modern cars. Hello to Soups. T-Soups? Yo, T-Soups in the his... No, I don't know. T-Soups? I like it. I like your names, folks. Quick drink from... This is the old style mug, by the way. They're black and bigger now. But my black big one is in the wash. What else is happening in the world? This one is interesting. Just when we thought there's nothing that could make me want to travel to the US even less, the US is now proposing that they remove what we currently have, which is the visa waiver program for Australian, New Zealand, UK, European citizens, and instead put in place the full visa requirements that some countries already have to adhere to. That means opening up 5 years. I don't even know how they do this, but you basically have to give them all of your social media accounts and handles and links, and they go and wade through 5 years of your social media data. I don't know how that can work. I don't know how they can securely do that. I don't know whether that's just public facing. It's a mess. It's a privacy mess, but clearly it's to not have people from, as some people might say, the crappy countries, and that's not what they said, but similar, coming in and overstaying our visas. Because, as you know, Southern California overrun with Australians. more than 90 days, taking full advantage of America's wonderful health system and amazing consumer protection and employment laws. Okay, that's it. That's all I'm doing. That's the only thing I'm saying negative today. Everything else in this whole show's going to be rainbows, lollipops. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting that it's like, oh yeah, imagine coming into a country. Imagine if you came into Australia and we were like, hey, where are you from? And you're like, I'm from the US. And we're like, well, we're going to be here a while because I need you to open up Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and show me your last 5 years of posts. And you'd be like, 5 years? All right, what else is going on in the world? Disney issues a copyright cease and desist to whom? Well, to Google, of course. Yeah, you saw that one coming, didn't you? Yes, Google's Disney alleges that AI models are generating copyrighted characters. Marvel, Star Wars, Pisney, and Dixar. There's a bit of a slip. Google denies wrongdoing, of course, and it cites content safeguards. And yeah, it's part of the growing tension around AI training data. So yeah, we got the AI data training problems in the in the music world. We got it in the image generation world, and now we're seeing it in the video generation world with all the AI slop that is being produced by these AI companies. And seems that, yeah, Google are not above it. I had the most hilarious conversation with Meta AI yesterday. So I'll tell you this story real quick because this is GarageBand Weekly and might as well be called Tangents Weekly. I got a phone call right yesterday, and it was from the Salvation Army. Look, now the Salvation Army are worldwide. They do good work. I have concerns and queries about some of the ways they go about things, but I would put them on the good as opposed to evil side of things when it comes to charities worldwide. Get a call. Oh, it's Rob from the Salvation Army. This time of year, blah, blah, blah. Does his spiel for like a minute. And I'm like, hey, Rob, I'll save you some time. Look, I do already donate to charity. I've already organised all my charitable donations for the year, so I'm not in a position. And I hadn't even finished the sentence and click, I got hung up on. And I'm like, now I've been hung up on by, dodgy scammers. And Peter, did you know that you can save 30% off your electricity bill or 50% off your phone bill? The salvos are hanging up on me now. So I'm like, no, something ain't right there. So I call back on the number and it's like, welcome to Apple Marketing Group. And I'm like, of all people, as if you're called Apple Marketing Group. But yeah, there is an Australian company, been around 35 years, called Apple Marketing Group, and they are a front for charities. Now, I know this might not be a shock to many of you. Not every single charity has their own massive call center of people calling you. If you get a phone call from a charity, it is probably from one of these charity outbound phone calling farms. I think Thomas Christ even worked for one at one point. And what do? Well, they get paid a commission to get you to make a donation, which means that not only is your donation being reduced by the overheads of the actual charity, they're then paying another percentage of that to another third-party company who are the ones who are calling you and managing the payment. You get it. So yeah, by the time your $20 gets to the salvos, they might get 3. And I wish that was an exaggeration, but it's really, really not. So yeah, there's this Apple marketing company, and I'm going through and looking at all of this going, this is weird. And it had all the outbound phone call numbers. To their credit, it said, yes, we are the salvos and we did call you. And yeah, I just thought it was a weird one that I don't know where we got off on that story. Because what did that have to do with Google? Oh, to AI. Oh, so yeah, then I searched Salvation Army because I wanted to see if there was a contact us page so I could just, ask them ask the Salvo before I'd found that it was all Apple marketing. So I was like, oh, Facebook. They're the sort of group that would be on Facebook, right? You know how they have those front-facing messenger accounts that you can message. And so I searched Salvation Army, and who pops up? Meta AI. And I'm going to read this to you because it was quite hilarious. If I can find it. Are you still here, Meta AI? There it is. So Meta AI. I said Salvation Army to Meta AI. Oh, it's trying to go back into the history here now. No, it's spinning its wheels. It knows I'm talking about it, so it's not going back. I'll leave it there for now. But basically, it responded by saying, fair, Dave. Yeah, mate, no worries. We can look that up for you. Hey, Bonza, bloke. It wasn't quite that, but it wasn't far off. And I was like, fair, Dave? What does fair Dave mean? It's like, oh, don't worry. Fair Dave is what some people in Australia call the Salvation Army. I'm like, no, they don't. And it said, oh, you're right. Fair Dave is rhyming slang for army. And I'm like, what part of Dave rhymes with army? And they're like, oh, Salvation Army and Dave, Fair Dave, it means that. I'm like, no, it doesn't. It's like, oh, yeah, mate. Sorry, you got me again. And I'm like, I'm having this conversation, and it was literally in those sort of words. And it's trying to hide itself by not allowing me to look at it now. But Fair Dave is going to be my new saying. I've decided, I've embraced it. I'm going to get some positive out of it. So now, whenever whenever you're talking to me, I'll say fair. Oh, here it was. Fair Dave, the Salvation Army. They're a big one, aren't they? What about them? Apostrophe EM. Need some help or want to know more about their Sheilas? Actually said this. I'm telling you. I'm going to screenshot this so it doesn't go away again. And I said, what are you even saying? To which it says to me, it says, haha, sorry, mate. I got a bit silly there. Smiley face. What do you want to know about the Salvation Army? They do heaps of good work, especially with homelessness and disasters. Got a specific question? And of course I had to take it off. I was like, Fair Dave, question mark? Meaning, question mark? Ah, Fair Dave is Aussie slang for fair enough or fair go. Just a casual way of saying I got your point, and that's and that's reasonable. No relation to a bloke named Dave, haha. My response was, no, it's not. Yeah, I got it wrong. Fair Dave is actually rhyming slang for fair go, but I shouldn't have used it. What's the real story, mate? What does it rhyme with? Fair Dave rhymes with Salvation. It literally says Fair Dave rhymes with Salvation Army. It's a colloquialism Aussies use instead of saying the whole phrase. And I said, and what part of Salvation Army does Dave rhyme with? Got it. Dave rhymes with army. That's the correction. So Fair Dave is a cheeky way of saying fair army, as in the Salvation Army. You can't make this stuff up. And so I respond with, Dave rhymes with army? Nope, I stuffed that up. The Salvation Army is the phrase, and Dave actually rhymes with salvation. It's a bit of Aussie slang, mate. Like, I'm still not getting it. What rhymes with Dave? I've got it. Dave rhymes with salvation. That's the correction to the Salvation Army. It's a bit of Aussie rhyming slang. And then I ask for sources, and it gives me sources of Aussie slang. And I'm like, nope, you're missing the point. Fair Dave has never been used for Salvation Army. And then it says to me, Fair Dave isn't a recognised term for the Salvation Army. Aussies usually call them salvos, which comes from a shortening of Salvation Army. That took a while. And was I being a bit of a troll there? Yes. But the fact that it was 100, Meta AI was 100% confident 5 times. And then every time I said, no, it's not, it's like, you're right. And then eventually I said, why are you talking to me with this sort of language? And it's like, oh, yeah, I'll stop with the Australian slang now for you. Wow. Mm-hmm. Spot on. You couldn't write this and people didn't. Choice. Absolutely. I know, the chain of logic is weird. It will. Look, I had a genuine laugh. Once I got over the, like, what's going on? I was like, yeah. All right, anyway, back to previous programming. So AirPods. If you've got AirPods Pro, you might have noticed you've got new firmware. And this is to prep you for features like the live translation. So if you're using the AirPods Pro 2 or Pro 3, you'll get a firmware update soon. I really wish they would fix the firmware update where if you're listening to something on YouTube and you switch to other apps, it starts going all robotic and you have to reopen YouTube to get your audio back. Or that thing where it just switches to other devices. And I know I've done whole videos about how to stop your Bluetooth devices switching between your Mac and your iPad and your iPhone. It still does it, even with all the correct settings. It'll still just go blim blum, blum blim, and it just disconnects and reconnects for no apparent reason. Yeah, and what could possibly go wrong with live translation, especially if it's using engines like the Meta AI one we just experienced. Fair Dave, it's going to be an interesting time. All right, I'm going to write a song called Fair Dave. All right, and then look, I'm not going to talk about this, but Universal Music Group are proposing to sell Curve. I've never heard of Curve, but that's a thing. To ease EU competition concerns. So UMG, as you probably know, are massive. Like they've got their big sort of Universal Music Group, but they have little hands in everything. They've got little independent labels and things. They're basically being womp, womp. Have you ever played Slither.io? They're like a snake in Slither.io. They've just been going around wrapping themselves around other snakes, being record labels, and then chomp, 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 eating them up, turning into this big giant snake. And as you probably know, the EU, the Competition and Consumer EU group body, are not really happy with this. They don't like it when businesses are too big because, as some intelligent lady was talking about yesterday, monopolies and duopolies and triopolies are kind of the thing, aren't they? Especially in music. So it's interesting when you see that these companies are trying to diverge and de-invest and sell off. They're like, oh, we better get rid of some of these arms so that we can point to them. We can sell it off and then point to it and go, see, there's our competition. That thing we sold last week. They're now a separate independent body and we don't own them anymore. Therefore, you can't come at us for lack of competition. Yeah. I know. Who hasn't? Who hasn't lost a day to Slither.io? And if you've never, don't. No. If you're ever really bored, if you're like sitting on a bus or on a plane or something and you want to kill, I won't say kill, but you want to burn off maybe 5 hours, download Slither.io. It's one of those roguelikes that's like, just one more game. Just one more game. Just one more game. This time I got it. Just one more game. Yeah, Ballatro or Slither.io, and you will have yourself a fun few hours. But yeah, I like the analogy of Slither.io and these big companies because it's exactly what they're doing, isn't it? I was talking to my wife about a company called Wesfarmers here in Australia, and what Wesfarmers are doing at the moment is they own Coles, which they're one of our major supermarkets. They own Officeworks, which is our major office suppliers company and technology supply company. They own Priceline, which is one of the major pharmacies and chemists here in Australia. They own a bunch of other Bunnings, our major hardware outlet, and what they've started doing, is they've been using private label brands in all of these places to reduce the competition. So, yeah, and to become the one and only. So it wasn't enough that they were the biggest retailer and reseller. What they're now doing is instead of selling, so instead of Microsoft and Logitech mouse and keyboards, they've now got their home brand mouse and keyboards. So if you go in there, you could buy the Logitech mouse for $50, or you could buy their brand, which looks and acts exactly the same, for like $30. And they're doing this across grocery, across office supplies, across technology, across hardware, and across pharmacy items. So basically everything you want to buy, you can buy it all from like the one place, the one company. And yeah, look, it is what it is, isn't it? It's the way things are going. But it's getting to the point now where they're owning the complete supply chain, from wholesale, so from production through wholesale, through retail, through manufacturing, through retail. It's everything. It's the whole chain. And when you control the chain, then you've got complete control over pricing, complete control over supply and demand. So it's what it is. Recently found original Tetris on Game Boy cartridge from my childhood. It's probably worth a good bag of groceries now. People that watch the channel will know this, but I have on hand always, and look, my original Game Boy was tragically destroyed in a car fire. That's another story for another day. But a few years ago, probably close to 5 years ago, I bought, I couldn't find the original Game Boy, but I bought the Game Boy Micro. And if we turn it on, where is it now? Where's the sound? Oh, it wasn't loud enough. We'll turn it up. I'll do it again. Turn the volume up so you can hear that classic sound. I turned it down. We'll turn the volume the other way, which is up, and we'll turn it on. Yeah, you know it. And listen to the music, although the music's copyright, but we'll start a game. Come on, you know it. Yeah, and again, the original. This is my original Tetris cartridge from 1989, I want to say. And I have my other favourite game of all time, which I've kept in its case. Look, it's even got its case, is Super Mario Land 2, which is an absolute great thing. Yes, nostalgia. You never know what you're going to get around here. So that lives in my top drawer, because you never know when you just need to crack out the OG Tetris and play for 7 or 8 hours. And I was a bit of a gun at Tetris. I like playing the long game. I like playing the game and getting up to like, level 18 and 19 and 20, where it's just the blocks are flying and the screen's blurring and you can barely see what's going on. Yeah, soothes the soul, doesn't it? Beautiful. Cha-ding! Yep, the ka-ching. Yeah, got some goodies in the drawer. One day I'm going to do a live stream that's just like, let's look in Pete's drawer. Maybe not. I've been playing Spider-Man 2 and it's absolutely intense. Oh, some of those. The game on Game Boy that I was most disappointed with was Chase HQ, because I loved Chase HQ in the arcade and I loved it on like the NES or the what was it, about Sega Master System back in the day. And then I got it on Game Boy for Christmas. I'd beat it by lunchtime Christmas. Like, it took no time at all. Like, I was playing the game and I'm like, oh, I'm crushing through these levels. And then I finished the game. And, that thing, because back then, a Game Boy game, a whole cartridge was like $40. And to get one for Christmas, I was like, yeah, this is going to be my holiday entertainment. Done. Christmas Day. Finished. So, yeah. There wasn't a whole lot of depth to that game, but it was a lot of funny. Please don't look in Pete's drawer. Hello, Dave Bop. Yeah, don't look in my drawers. A terms of service violation. Oh, because drawers means pants, and pants means underwear, and underwear. No, it's weird, isn't it? Drawers and pants meaning your undies. Anyway. Oh, Pitfall. Love Pitfall. I also have, the what they call the Vader model, the all black Atari 2600, which I bought. Oh God. Again, I don't own this stuff from original. I do own the original PlayStation 1, which is just the PlayStation. And I do own an original Sega Master System. They're all upstairs as well. But yeah, I own the Vader model. It's only the 4-switch one, but the little Vader Atari 2600. I don't, however, have a TV that is... Actually, I do. I have a TV that I've got from my dad that's one of those old TVs with the VCR that actually goes into the front of it. That's a little tube, little 34 centimeter, like 17-inch tube TV. So maybe I need to do that. Maybe through the holidays. Maybe that's a job for like January 2026. I'll get Studio Live yesterday back up and running, but I'll call it gaming yesterday. No, alas, I couldn't find one with the wood paneling. I've got the Vader one, which is the sort of black plastic one. It's not quite as cool, but it's still a thing. All right, thank you again for hanging out with me, and I hope you got some enjoyment or some like whacking your head bafflement at some of the stuff that we went through there with the news and notes and my journey with Meta AI. Fair Dave, it was a good old time. But now it's time to play some music. If you haven't hit the like button while I get things set up here, feel free to go ahead and hit the like button for me. That would do me a big solid. And what we're going to do, we're going to jump over here to the iPad, like so, and I'm going to create a new project. I'm going to go to Tracks View, and we're going to do this from scratch here in Logic Pro for iPad. So why don't we add a session player as a drummer to be our metronome to start with, and we're going to play Jingle Bells, and I will in a moment go through the Jingle Bells chords, because I've got it here in Ultimate Guitar, and I'm actually going to bring it across into my... well, let's do that now. Before we get started with the project, have you ever heard, if you're just joining us or if you're watching on the replay, have you ever heard all the verses of Jingle Bells? Now, I've validated this with a few different sources because I wanted to make sure this was indeed the accepted and correct public domain version of Jingle Bells, because if you've used Ultimate Guitar before, you'll know sometimes it ain't. Yeah. Fair Dave. I know it won't get old, will it? Yeah, I've got the lyrics here. And I did think about, do I do a parody version? Do I change it? I think the lyrics speak for themselves. I think it's funny enough just hearing what they are already. So we all know about dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. You get that, right? And then you're going to jingle and jingle all the way. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lank. Misfortune seemed his lot. We ran into a drifted bank, and there we got upsot. Oh. Now, I don't know if upsot means stuck or it means upset. So let's find out. Definition of upsot. Upsot has two meanings. Upsot, sound on tape. No, no. An archaic word meaning upset, overturned, or capsized. So yeah, okay. So so it could mean upset, or it could mean capsized. So it could mean that the sleigh fell over. All right, and then we jingle bell all the way. Again, a day or two ago, the story I must tell. I went on to the snow, and on my back I fell. A gent was riding by in a one-horse open sleigh. He laughed at me as I there lay, but quickly drove away. Oh, what a dick! What a dick! Could have stopped and helped. Yeah, so I just thought that's funny. And then the final verse, of course, the triumphant ultimate verse. Now the ground is white, not powder. Go it while you're young. Take the girls along and sing this sleighing song. I mean, rhyming young with song, fair enough. Just bet a bobtailed bay, 240 as his speed. Hitch him to an open sleigh and crack, you'll take the lead. Oh, and apparently, crack is not included in some versions because it kind of denotes animal cruelty. So maybe I'll leave the crack out. we got white powder on the ground. We got crack. This whole thing's gone topsy turvy, hasn't it? And then we jingle bell, jingle all the way. We do the same thing again. But I like this because it's got some cool chords. It's got some fun chords to play with. Hello, Gabrielle. I hope you are doing good too, my friend. Yeah, like I was mentioning at the start that we've been doing this channel for nearly 10 years and we've got well over 1,000 GarageBand tutorials. So most people, if you've searched GarageBand online, you've probably seen my mug pop up at some stage or another. But yeah, I like this song because it's in G. It's my favorite. It's in my favorite key, and it's a public domain song. That's the main reason I'm doing this, is that it's a public domain song. I can include it in my happy hour show. So I'll show you what I do. I'll take you behind the scenes here a little bit. What I do first of all is I don't like Ultimate Guitar. I know they've got their auto scroll and stuff, but I don't like the way that it works. So I basically steal it. You know what? Steal, it's user generated anyway. They'll be fine. And then I grab my OneNote, and here's my Christmas folder within OneNote, and we'll add this one in. Because believe it or not, I've never sung Jingle Bells before as part of one of my Christmas shows. So we're gonna throw the lyrics here, and I normally put it in. I'll need all these verses so that I can sing about Fanny and bits and pieces. All right, I put it into little clumps like this. So it goes onto the one page, and just like so, and like so. That's cool. And then I can bring this across. And there you go. It's a little small for you to see there, but we'll do it in chunks, so we'll be able to zoom in on each chunk as we go. So it's G, dashing through the snow to one horse open, C, A minor, the fields we go, D7, all the G, G's on bobtail's ring, making spirits see what A minor it is to D and sing a D7 song to G, D7. Jingle bells, jiggle all the seagull all the G. See what fun it is to G on an A7 open D7, etc. So I thought this would be a cool candidate because it's kind of repetitive. It might be a good candidate for using our chords track, and maybe, just maybe, we can actually get Logic Pro to do some of the heavy lifting. Because if you've never played around with Logic Pro, you may not have played around with the ability to add in chords into the chords track here. So the first thing that we need to do is actually show our chords track, and then we can start adding in chords. Now, it's a bit fiddly. They haven't made this really easy. Actually, we need to put ourselves into G to start with. So let's come here, and we're in a 4/4, and we're going to be in G major so that it will know our correct chords. G, C, and D. Yep. All right. So G major, and hit done on that one. And then we can add a chord. So the first chord is going to be G. Correct. So we will do that one. And let us, well, we need a little lead in, don't we? So we're going to just hang out on G for the first, we'll do 6 bars of G before the actual thing comes in, because we'll have 2-bar lead in, and then we'll do like a, will it be, no, we'll do 4. We'll do 4 bars. You'll see what we're going to do with this as we go. So now we can actually set up the rest of the song. So it's 2 bars, 1, 4, 1, 2. Okay, this is going to be this is going to be above my pay grade, I think. What I might do is play it in, and then it'll be easier for me to identify the chord changes. So rather than do the chords without the music, I'll play it in on guitar, at least the first verse and the chorus, and then it'll be good to go. Adulting and slaying, kids. Good stuff. Started my guitar lessons at Lone because my teacher Peter, who comes here on every single... Nice one. Yeah, guitar lessons for the win. Absolutely. Hello, Joe. Hope you want... Yeah, if you could sing along. I'll know if you're not. Yeah, it is. It's 9 days before Christmas. Who could believe it? All right, I've got to get my chord. Is this the right one? Let me just check. Yes, this is the one that's going into my audio interface. And to get set here, get set, everybody. I was going to do this as a separate video, but I'm going to... my old snark, my snark has snarked it. My snark is no snarking good. So I've replaced the batteries, and it's not clipping on, it's not doing its thing. So what did I do? I went and bought a new tuner, and this is the one. I did a bunch of research, by which I meant read some reviews and asked a few people, and they said that these D'Addario tuners are actually pretty darn good, and they're rechargeable. So it's the Eclipse tuner from D'Addario. If it's any good, I'll put it on the Gear Guide, but you know me, I don't put anything on the Gear Guide or recommend it until I've actually used it. So I don't know if it'll come charged out of the box, but I loved the idea of not having to fossick around for a bloody CR2032 where every time I'm charging up. So there it is. Ooh, and it's all its glory. That's a sticker on the front. So we'll rip the sticker off, and let's see if will it turn on out of the box. Boop. Oh, looks good. Is it doing stuff? Oh, the screen's doing something. Oh, and you can set it. It's got a little thing for your 432 Hertz fans. You can set it to 432 Hertz. We'll leave it on 440, and we'll clip it on. And let's just see. Oh, something fell off. What fell? Oh, that's just a little piece of foam that came in there that was holding it together. All righty. Don't use a snark in public unless you want to be laughed at. You know. All right. So it clips on, and does it have a? Yep. So it has a nice adjustable, turny aroundable face, so I can see it myself. Yep. And what happens when I play a note? Oh, it's actually really good. Here, I'll turn it around so you can see. It's because I'm tuned into D sharp at the moment, but it actually has a. So it goes above and below. So rather than the circular one that you have on the snark, it actually has like a line in the middle there. So hopefully this will help me tune up a little bit better. Now, I am going to tune back up to E. Yeah, I like it. The display on this is really nice. All right, I think this is going on the Gear Guide. Welcome to Tuning with Johns. Having a tuned guitar is important. Unlike a keyboard or your own voice, it can make or break a song. You've all heard those songs where you're like, this song would be rad, except the guitar is slightly out of tune. We got there. I like it. Yeah, look, we don't have too many issues with humidity, which is good because I know that can cause a real problem. I have the Fender rechargeable, does everything from bass to violin, works really well. I'm sure it's, yeah. And Mark uses the same model. Yeah, well, look, I'd used Snark for years and they'd been good. And then someone asked me the other day, they're like, what do you use again, the Snark? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh, I read a bunch of reviews for Snark and they said that they weren't that great these days. And then I thought of the fact that, yeah, my Snark did good for a couple of years. And look, hey, get a couple of years out of something that costs you $30. That's not terrible, considering how often I use this thing. But yeah, this just seems to be a lot better. And yeah, I could tune it like it. A lot of them also like assumed you wanted to tune into E, whereas this one just you play the note and it tells you what note it is. So cool. I'm gonna charge it up. Where's the charger port? Mark, where's the charger port? There it is. It's on the back. Oh, that's convenient. So it's just on the back like that. Whoop. And it's USB-C. Oh, no, it's USB-C to USB. All right. Actually, I can use the USB-C charger that I have here for my phone that plugs into my computer. That should charge it up. The charging? Oh, yeah. There's a little thing flashing in the middle. I'll assume that that's charging. All right, well, charge me tuner. Now I've got a nice little sticker. Oh, I can put on other stuff. Have a bit of coffee, and we'll get cracking. All right. So use the Peterson strobe tune on your phone. You also hold your pinky out when you drink tea. Yeah, I can't do that with a mug. The mug's too it's too heavy. All right. Enya brand. Nice. All right. I'll come back over here to Logic Pro. We are probably going to go a little overtime here, folks, today because we can, because Frank and the community polls are happening a bit later. So let's crack in with this one. I'm going to turn on the metronome and make sure that we've got audio coming through. We don't. Oh, we're not plugged in. All the stuff you should check out before you do stuff here. Wow, carbon fiber guitar. Left in storage 16 months and it was still in tune. Yeah, look, the Taylor's not too bad with tuning. Once you've got it in tune, it's not like a Gibson, which apparently are famous for falling out of tune. But yeah, there we go. All right, now we're going to get our tempo. So this is going to be dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the hills we go, loving on our way. It's going to be about 110, isn't it? Through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over hills we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring. I gotta get the tuner back. Alrighty. Sorry, Mark. Enjoy your supper, mate. Oh, it's got a nice rotating head too. Nothing like a good rotating head. I think this guitar is so used to being in E flat. It's kind of protesting being tuned back up. All right, let's play this in. So let's have a new track. We're going to go the plus button. We're going to go to the audio, and let's go to input 2 on the old Steinberg. We'll turn on input monitoring to make sure we can hear ourselves and create a track. And we want guitar. We just want the very basic acoustic guitar sound here. We don't want any... What do I normally use for acoustic guitar in Logic Pro? I don't actually remember. Chorus? No, I don't want anything like that. I just want a basic acoustic guitar. Is there one that's acoustic? There's a tag acoustic. Piano, no. Why am I completely blanking on how I normally do my acoustic guitar sound. There's none of these that are guitars. Huh. Brit and clean. We're going to get a... we'll just record with whatever. We'll fix it later. We'll fix it in the mix. It's all good. All right. Play in this. Make sure that it's going. It's a D string. Pesty D string. Basic audio, that's what you guys use. Yeah, that's cool. All right, let's just record in and see if we can get a basic like guide track with guitar on this one. We might not even use guitar. Maybe we'll use all the cool Logic Pro instruments instead. Let's see what we can do. Oh, we need to extend this out. Yep. Boop. All right, let's get our thing on here. All right, record. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, over fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. A bit rough, but good enough for folk music. Alrighty. Now, so we've got our starting point here. There's our G. We'll have no chord for the first two because we don't need a chord. And then we have our hanging out. All right. So we just need to get our chords going here. Jingle bell. All right, so the first two is you're hanging out on G, and then this is where it actually kicks in with your jingle bells. So we'll add a chord there, which will be a G. Whoop. Whoop. Oh, this chord setup here in Logic Pro is shoddy. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. No, I'm totally wrong. Where did I go wrong with that? So, maybe I just started there. Did I play that properly? Why do I get the feeling I've gone out of the timing already? Yeah, so that's where it goes to the C. So there's your C chord. You can go C. and then to A minor. Bump. And it is good that it gives you most of the chords that you think you'll need. A minor. And then when we go to D7, so A minor for a bar, and then a the D7 hangs out there. All right. Edit the chord to a D7. They really do need to make this more intuitive. Not G7, you knobbin. D7. Because entering chords here in Logic Pro, once you've done it, it's cool, but it takes a while, doesn't it? And then back to a G. So we'll hang out on the G again. G. Come on. Add chord. G. What are you doing? What are you doing to me? Add your chord. There you go. All right. And then the C there. C. A minor plus A M. Hey, I'm getting the hang of it now. You can actually use the keyboard. And then A minor into D, and then into D minor. A minor into D. Sometimes when you press new chord, it doesn't add the new chord, and sometimes it does. Logic Pro, we need a new update. And then that's D7. D, 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 D. D7. All right, then. Did I do that right? Hang on. C, A minor, G, D7, G. Yeah, G and D7, so it's like half a bar. 1, so G, 2, 3, 7. All right. It's a bit more of a complex than we first thought. G for a half, and then D7. The Dimension 7. Anyone know the song D7 by Nirvana? Dimension 7. Dimension 7 was on their hormoning EP from way back when. All right. So look, we're not going to have the time to do the whole song here today. I always bite off more than I can chew when it comes to this sort of stuff. But I just wanted to show you that we can do something fun with this now here. So I'm going to, so that's where it, through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. But now we can add in our fun times. First of all, let's save our project. Jingle bell, jingle burled, jingle burled, jingle burled, jingle all the way. And let's add in. Let's do maybe a jazzy ensemble. What if we go session player? We'll get the bass player and add in a little bass. And what the good thing about the bass here, I reckon we'll go the upright. Oh, I don't have the sound pack? Good Lord. As if I don't have the sound pack for that. All right. Pop rock for now, I guess. Why are you not playing bass? Do I not have any of the sound packs for bass? This could get very annoying. I swear I've downloaded all of these a bunch of times. Oh man, this is going to end up being why you should stick with GarageBand and not bother with Logic Pro. Why do I have none of the sound packs? Oh my good lord. This is not going to be fun because I wanted to use all of these. I wanted to use the pianos and I wanted to use the basses and I wanted to use the strings, and none of these are going to be doable. Oh, yep, jingle half the way. Jingle half the way. Oh man. I swear I did a video on these recently and I came in here and downloaded all of these packs. I blame iPadOS 26.2. I think it took my packs away. I've got 30 gigabytes of packs to download. Oh, mercy. All right, while that does that, is there any instrument that I can actually use? Can I use the piano? No, I don't think I will be able to, will I? Keyboard player? Surely it can use a piano. All right, it's going to be John's and a piano by the sounds of it. All right. All right, so that sounds kind of rad. But what do we want here? We want we kind of want the piano to be doing more of a chord situation, don't we? All right. No, it can't play chords. Why can't it play chords? It can only do the freely one. Let's make it really complex. Not that complex. Give it a little swing. It's pretty nice. All right, so let's just do the piano. Will it let us, is there any bass that it will let us do without downloading that pack? No, but what we can do, that's kind of cool. But we can use the keyboard player to add other instruments to this. So let's duplicate this out and we'll just copy and paste this. Let's just have some fun with this. So if we can't use a piano for this, let's apparently go out of there. Let's try some other instruments. Oh my goodness, stop closing. I need my practice. That could be my New Year's resolution for 2026. Get better at this sort of stuff. Let's bring our drummer down here. Because we actually want the drums to be something nice and kind of chill, don't we? So we want them to be like, do I have my drummers? Can I put like the brush drummers on here? The pop brush drummer? Just to do a nice little... Piano goes a bit weird at points there, doesn't it? All right, so we just need to do our little intro thing here and split that there. Split it at the playhead. So it creates a spot there because that's just the intro. So we've got the two pianos doing the same thing here. So we want this to be a different instrument. I think, what do you reckon? Something like an organ here? Like an organ doing some chords. Let's see if we can get that. Not organa. Organa. Let's go with the old A jazz organ. Yeah. You reckon a jazz organ on this? Let's see if it'll let us do just like some nice chords with the jazz organ. Because we don't want it to do like the fancy stuff. For some reason, it didn't want us to move to the, maybe a simple pad. Will it let us do that? Yeah, but it's changed it. Go back to your jazz organ. Change back to the jazz organ. Boom, 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 boom. Did you go to the jazz organ for me? Oh, no. That's not terrible with the pad. You got an ad? What? That's not bad. What's it going to sound like together? I think we have to finish off. I promised vocals. A little bit less complex on your piano there, please. Why does it keep going? Da-ding. Let's go with a different pattern. I did ask for swing. Maybe I've got too much swing. And a bit less on the fills. That's a bit better. All right, we have to finish with some singing before we end this thing. I would love it if I could get some bass, but I don't think the basses have been downloaded yet. I don't think I can go with any of these. They're not there. Disco? No, the bass player's not there. All right, we'll go with something. It's got some nice vibes to it, doesn't it? The songwriter piano does those up notes, flourishes. Yeah, it's got lots of those little flourishes in there, doesn't it? But that's all right. That's why we're doing something a bit different. I've only got my SM57 again, so we're going to use it, and we're going to record some vocals over the top of this and see what we can bring together. So we need to go back to input 1. Turn on our monitoring. Let's go with the 80s vocals here. It's definitely coming through. Oh, good. My studio piano says completed. Can you download the basses? Let's just play with this. Why not? Come on. tonight. Oh, on horse open sleigh. All the bases are here. All the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing. Oh, in a one-horse open sleigh, all the fields we go. All right, let's see if the bass can work now because we've got the bass back. I want my bass back, bass back. All right. Oh, Logic Pro's having puppies. That's going to be cool. All the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. Fun it is to ride and sing a funny song tonight. Oh. What do you reckon? Potential? All right. Can we make the piano do a little roll into the start there if we give it a little entry? Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. All the fields we go, laughing all the way. Can we make the thing go back to block chords now? Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a funny song tonight. Oh. Your new favorite Christmas tune? Arpeggiator might actually sound good. Let's see from the start here. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. I love the upright bass bits that it does. Laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, laughing all the way. It just does that, doesn't it? It just has little hiccups. Is that because maybe I've put the chord change in the wrong spot? Let's go back and check my chords. Oh, I have too. Oh, look at that. It's done a weird thing there. Okay. So it was sort of user error, but a little bit just Logic Pro being Logic Pro. All right, let's delete out that D7 and replace it with a D7 that actually is going to work there. All right, because it kind of switched in. So what you got to be really careful of with this Logic Pro chord setup is it's go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a funny song. Did the same thing again there. I don't know why I keep doing that. You can see there, it changes just beforehand. And then when you pull it across, it's like it won't go the whole way. So you do that. All right. Well, the solution is you got to go and get an iPad and GarageBand and Logic Pro pulling guitars. No, don't worry about it. Like this is the time of year for just having a chat and having a yarn and hanging out. Now, what chord was this supposed to be? I've now forgotten. A minor. All right. Delete that again. And we'll add in an A minor. So I reckon it'll sound good once we get everything sort of sorted here. Well, if you do pausing guitars, I know a guy who's got lots of tutorials to help you get up and running.
What fun it is to write and sing a funny song tonight. Oh,
I kind of like the instrumentation of this. It's subtle and it's simple with the pad, and now I like the arpeggiated piano much better than the Freely piano.
dashing through the snow.
Oh yeah, it is
No
shocking.
one horse open sleigh. All the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making
A little
spirits
bit less
bright.
swing on the drum.
What fun it is to write and sing a funny song tonight. Oh.
All right. As usual, we've got a good start. The question, the challenge is, can I finish it off? Well, I'm probably going to do that. I might even just do it today. Maybe this is my podcast this week. Yeah. Making a Christmas song. We might have to redo it from scratch once everything downloads, but maybe I'll do a video for tomorrow, making a Christmas song with the chords track, because now I know the things that I've got in trouble with and the things that worked and the things that didn't work well. And you know what? That was a lot more. That was a bit more, cromulent and spirit embiggening than the track we were already working on, which is cool. But remake the whole song about Miss Fanny Bright. Oh, Fanny Bright, Miss Fanny Bright, you have a very nice. No, won't go there. It is fun making a Christmas song. Yes, next show, the last Christmas theme one. Is your next show the last Christmas theme one? Yeah, so in terms of what's coming up, let's finish with saying what's coming up here on the channel and the show. So, yeah, don't you like I'm not a Star Trek guy, but I like this. I like to trigger Star Trek and Star Wars people. Now you've given me a compliment, and I've been like, no. So yeah, there's the next show's on the weekend. There'll be the last Your Music Live before Christmas. Will be on Sunday afternoon, evening, or Monday morning. And look, it's not the last chance to get your Christmas songs in if you want them played, but it's kind of a bit weird playing Christmas songs like after Christmas. So yeah, definitely get them in if you want them into Your Music Live, studiolive.today.com/YML. And I'll be doing Christmas songs live here for the happy hour, including that one, which I might be, maybe I'll just sing along to the backing track. Once I get that cool swinging backing track going on, I'll do that. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I think I need to do a how to make a backing track for Christmas songs, and in Logic Pro. So maybe that's something we do now. A song about Christmas returns, right? Yeah, it's Boxing Day, time to box up all your things you got for Christmas and take them to the shops. Get your refunds. They go into landfill because they can't resell them. It's really quite terrible for the environment. So maybe next year just give everyone cash. Ba-dum-dum. There you go, done. All right. Frank Terzo is getting ready for the Community Pulse coming up. I'm assuming, I haven't actually checked and I haven't seen who is on the Community Pulse today. So let's see who he's got. Community Pulse 93rd edition. Oh, and You Rock. You Rock has a Christmas edition, doesn't it? I haven't sent you my. No, you've played my NFT for Christmas song before, haven't you, Thomas Christ? You don't need it. If you're short on Christmas joy, I can send you my video for nothing for Christmas. Yeah, so who's Frank Terzo got on his show coming up today? Let's have a squiz, shall we? Frankie Terzo. Oh, Chris Lane Sr.'s got a premiere. Wait, Chris Lane Sr.? That's not till tomorrow. Tomorrow at midday my time, Kentucky Girl. She enjoys fried chicken and bourbon. That's all I know about Kentucky. There you go. There's your Frank Terzo show. And here is your Frank Terzo show. We'll do a quick live look in. Who has he got? He's got was it Russ? He's got. Are they talking about the music for life? They are. So who's he got? Special co-producers. I'm not sure who he's actually got on, but it looks like they're talking about music for life. So I don't know if Russ or Jade or Dave or anyone's going to be on there, but we'll see. You'll have to find out. You and I can go and check it out and see who's doing their thing. It is Russ. Cool. Thank you, Jade. I wasn't sure because I assumed, but I didn't want to assume. You know what they say about assume? It makes a giant dick out of you and me. No, something like that. I will send you nothing for Christmas. Nice one. Both are great, along with those Kentucky girls. Yeah, Kentucky's like south, but not too south, isn't it? It's not like Florida south. Not that there's anything wrong with Florida, my Floridian friends. I know you're not all Florida man and Florida woman. There's plenty of lovely people everywhere in the world. Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a person by where they live, because you don't control what the other people around you do. You can only control what you do. I like my new tuner. I'm definitely sticking with the Dario now. It's a nice little one. It's got a good display, nice big display, and rechargeable for the win. So I'll be able to charge that one up. Alrighty, this is cool. So yeah, jump on over to the community pulse, because that is cool. And Russ and Jade and Dave and all the folks did a good job pulling that together. Again, and rumour has it they're going to do it all again next year, because they're apparently suckers for punishment. I had fun here today. Hopefully it gave you a bit of a chuckle, a bit of a smile on your face. We all need a bit of light entertainment this time of year, don't we? Because it gets pretty full on. Like, it's a nice time. It's a good time for joy and celebration, all that stuff. But it can also be a time of franticness and a time of reflection. And sometimes you reflect on the good things, and sometimes you have some struggle times. So just remember, just keep in mind that as Ben Lee once said, we're all in this together. Woke up this morning and suddenly realised we're all in this together. It will be interesting also to see if I get any sort of copyright claim on this video, because the song, I deliberately chose a public domain song that should be uncopyright and uncontent IDable. Whether it is remains to be seen, because guess what people do? Guess what unscrupulous people do? They release public domain songs and then add content ID to them. Yeah, because they're dicks. So we'll see how we go with that. So if you didn't see any of that section, it means I had to remove it all because someone content claimed it. To announce the artwork bid winner. Cool. Very nice. Very nice stuff. All right. Thank you. Thank you, franticness. Yes, definitely some franticness. Thank you, Kenneth. Appreciate you too. Thanks for dropping by. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Thomas Christ. Wish you all the best for the week ahead. I'll be around. You'll see some videos popping up here and there. But it is the cricket, the third test between Australia and England, and I will be at the cricket with 50,000 of my close friends over the next 5 days. So I'll see you around the traps. Don't forget Thomas Christ's U-Rock show coming up in a couple of days' time, and jump on over to the Community Pulse and hang out with Frank and Russ and co over there. Only one thing to do, folks, and that is to say, please be kind to yourself this week, be kind to others, keep creating, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.